watching West Hartford Community Television.
You're watching West Hartford Community Television.
You're watching West Hartford Community Television.
For the community, by the community.
Hello and welcome back to Home Chat. My name is Katja. And we are here, Katja and Ina, today with another session of Home Chat. Today we will discuss home inspection issues, but before we start, I would like to announce our next month call-in show. We will have a board of real estate professionals sitting here where you just call in and ask your questions, and you will get your answers right here. And then a very exciting show we will start in November. We will talk about the decluttering process. And I know a lot of our clients have been asking about this session. So we finally got it all organized, and we asked decorators and professional organizers to come and sit down with us starting in November, and it will last until mid of March. So come and visit us, and it will be very helpful. And let's start with our questions. We have here today Joan with Tiger Home Inspection. And Tiger, I wanted to say, Joan, would you mind to introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. My name is Joan Duquette-Oresco. I've been with Tiger Group, which is a home inspection company that was founded in 1992. And I've been with them for over 10 years, marketing all over the state at this point. Started out in the Hartford area, and I go out, me personally, as far as Danbury. But we have marketing reps that cover the entire state, and we also have 20 home inspectors that cover the entire state as well.
Thank you very much, John.
You're welcome.
And we really like Tiger Home Inspection, so we have been working with you guys for a long time, and you always have been a great help to us.
Great.
So we always have clients who ask certain questions, and if you don't mind, maybe I will just address those questions, and also Ina, and then see what we have for our people out there.
Fire away.
All right. Question number one.
Yes.
People are asking, is Tiger inspection, and I know every home inspector probably has to be a part of the American Society of Home Inspectors. How does it work with a Tiger? Are they members as well?
Yes, we are. Commonly known as ASHI as well, American Society of Home Inspectors, is the leading national organization that home inspectors adhere to their guidelines minimally. There are other organizations as well, but ASHI is the most well-known. And when a home inspection company and their inspectors adhere to the regulations and the guidelines put out by an organization such as ASHI, it means that they've gone above and beyond the state requirements to become a home inspector. So they've had extra training, put in extra time, so you know you're getting a highly qualified home inspector that has done more than the state minimum.
And what are the hours? I mean, how many hours do I have to work as a home inspector to be, so that I can call me, I'm a home inspector, I'm a licensed and qualified home inspector?
Right. I'm not a home inspector. I am a marketing representative for them. I have been for a long time. I'm not 100% sure on the amount of hours. I want to say between 80 and 100 hours.
So that's a lot.
Yes, it is a lot. And then they have to take a test, which is very involved. And if they get in with a company like Tiger, then they are grandfathered in with their licensing, which I know you're going to ask me about as well.
So that answer is already out there.
Okay. So are we licensed? Home inspection companies in the state of Connecticut, they have to be licensed.
Okay.
And that's a question that you as consumers should ask when you're looking to hire a home inspection company, ask if they are licensed, because there are inspection companies that have a different qualification. The actual qualification escapes me right now. However, you want to make sure that they are fully licensed.
Okay, so that is very important.
Yes, it is.
So if you're out there and looking for a home and looking to hire a home inspector, that would be a very important question to ask. Okay, thank you so much. There was question number 2, which we just covered. So how many inspections, inspection of properties such as any kind of inspection? How many do you do exactly?
Well, we do residential and we do commercial as well.
Okay.
But for residential, since 1992, obviously we've grown and grown and grown, and depending on the market where we are and how the economy is, of course, it will vary. But it's usually in the thousands every year.
In the thousands.
Yeah,
that would be for the whole company. And how about one inspector? So
I couldn't give you that estimation because some are requested more than others. Some do it. There's a couple that do only weekends, and then there's others that do Monday through Friday. So
you see, the reason is why I'm asking this question. If I'm a buyer out there and I'm trying to interview people, they would include Tiger, they would include Beacon, they would, whoever they would include, right?
Right.
So if I'm getting answers like, oh, I'm doing 10 inspections, 10 inspections a month. Somebody else says I'm running 50 inspections, and somebody else says 25. It would be a good number. I mean, the highest number obviously will be the highest.
You want a fully qualified inspector.
That makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Another question that comes up fairly often is if we have a list of past clients and references that we can get, and how do we get the list, and who do we call? And
when you call our office for information, be it just for pricing or for information about our company regarding licensing and so on, like we've already spoken of, feel free to ask, are there some clients recently that you could give their name and number to, and they can act as a very objective referral base. Obviously, that's no problem whatsoever. Yes.
And what about insurance? Do you carry professional insurance? What kind of insurance?
Is a very important question, Ina.
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. Home inspection companies in Connecticut, again, not to be redundant, but like I said 2 minutes ago, they have to be licensed. However, they do not have to be insured, which in this day and age I think is a bit of a shocker. But they do not have to be insured. So our company, Tiger Group, is fully insured, and the insurances that we carry are errors and omissions, liability, and workman's comp.
Very important.
To me, that's almost, it's as important, if not a little more important, than being licensed. You pretty much expect them to be licensed, but you should not expect them to be insured. So that is a very, very important question when you're calling and researching home inspection companies. Make sure you ask, are you insured? And at the same time, say, can you provide proof that you are insured? And our company, as well as others, I'm sure, that have these insurances, will be able to fax them or email them a copy of the proof.
That's actually good to know, because I'm sure that's important.
Oh, yes. Sure.
And then what kind of guarantee do you provide? And
we have one of the strongest guarantees/warranties in the state. I brought a piece of paper to read it to you because it gets not too intricate, but I want to make sure that I am precise in what I'm telling you.
Oh, the audience would love to hear that.
Yes. We guarantee for 1 year to find and report to you any issues that are visible and accessible at the time of the inspection, okay, number one. And we spoke about ASHI a moment ago.
Yep.
Guarantee that during the home inspection process, we will adhere to the standards of practice for the state of Connecticut and ASHI as a minimum. And just to further interpret that a little bit, basically we're saying that we're going to accept responsibility to rectify any item that can be shown to have been visible and an accessible defect at the time of the inspection. So that kind of gets a little confusing. To break it down, if after you bought your home, you feel as though there's a concern there that the home inspection or home inspector missed at the time of the inspection, you should immediately phone the company, number one, to give them an opportunity to come back out and see. And if you feel that at the time of the inspection, this concern was visible and a true defect at that time, then no questions asked, that can be proven and shown via the report and the inspector that was there. They take care of it immediately.
I see.
So that's a very strong policy. And we encourage you to review the clause in the competitor's warranties and guarantees, because you may find that they'll only cover, for instance, the cost of the inspection.
Right.
And that's not good enough in our estimation.
They wouldn't fix the issue. Yeah, very
Not if it
important
costs
part.
more than the inspection, it won't.
No.
Sometimes it does, yeah.
Right.
No. And we will find out, we will talk more about inspection issues which could come up during an inspection, and if you don't catch those issues early enough, before you actually sign your purchase contract and or your closing documents, that can be very pricey. Well, having said that, what specifically will the inspection cover?
The inspection is a total building analysis. So in essence, it's everything the eye can see is kind of a good way to think about it, including the exterior. So the exterior, the grounds and the foundation and the driveway, and going into the home and starting in the basement, working your way up to the first floor, second floor, attic, every area that is accessible. And accessible is an important word. Before you go into your inspection, make sure that your realtor is aware of any areas that may not be accessible, perhaps a crawl space or an attic where there's sweaters or storage of any shape or form, shelving, that is preventing the inspector from entering into an area that really needs to be inspected. So, it not only inspects everything the eye can see, but part of the inspection is also making sure that the consumer knows the difference between a major concern and maintenance. Very, very important, because after all, everything is fixable, and you want to be able to discern what's normal wear and tear, what requires maybe a contractor to come in and take a look at the roof, for instance, which would be more of a major concern, or the furnace, versus a cracked floor tile, which would obviously be cosmetic. That wouldn't be a defect with the house. But so it's kind of a crash course. It's a whirlwind opportunity to go through this house.